and welcome to another D-Link video. Here I'm joined by Alan and Phil, and today we're going to be talking about the wonderful world of docking stations and USB-C hubs. Now we've got a couple here to talk about. This big, new, beautiful one and this kind of small, compact, cute one. Alan, let's start with this. Talk about how it's different from our other range and also what it does.
Well, it's almost becoming a staple nowadays of everybody's desk or everybody's bag that they'll carry some sort of device around. Sophie's got her laptop in front of us here, and what laptops have done in the past few years is they have reduced the connectivity of the laptop in order to replace it with portability. So laptops have gotten lighter and slimmer over the past few years, but the number of connected ports on the side has gone down drastically. Yeah. What you'll see on the side of Sophie's is that Sophie has a USB-C.
I've only got two as well.
And that's not enough for every device that you can see on the table to charge and keep connected all at the same time. So hence the need and the market emergence of USB-C hubs.
Okay.
So basically, we've got the two here today. The docking station is more for a stationary desk. Yeah. So you'd have that on your desk at home. It would sit there because it comes with a powerful AC adapter that you wouldn't want to probably carry around with yourself. Whereas this one slides happily into your pocket.
Easy. And what do you do with it? How does it work?
Well, basically, as we said, it adds connectivity to your ultra portable laptop. Okay. So we simply plug the USB-C slot on the side, and then that will activate every single port that you can see, which is handily labelled on the new version.
And what have we got here? We've got two USB-Cs.
Yep.
We've got two USB-As.
Yep.
And then we've got
two HDMIs.
Two HDMIs. What's that one then?
USB-C as well.
That's always got three USB-Cs.
So the additional USB-C port allows you to plug your laptop's power adapter in so that you don't lose out on
There's three USB-Cs.
That's good. So there's three USB-C, one used for power if necessary, and then others for devices.
Yeah. And card reader for micro SD and also
on the top, we've got the gigabit Ethernet or the RJ45 is just labelled, and an additional USB 3.0 on there. So
right. So you can connect up straight to the.
This is the first 10-in-1 that we're releasing. The previous range that we had 5-to-1, 6-to-1, and 8-to-1s, but this is the most connected USB-C hub that we have. We will have other ones in these range coming soon, and obviously we'll let you know about them. But we're pretty excited about this one because it's a hell of a lot of connectivity to sit in your pocket.
I really like the look of it, and it's light as well.
Yep.
It's really nice. And while all your devices are plugged in to this, what do they do? How does it kind of like connect up to your laptop? So if I'm to plug in, for example, some headphones into this, will it charge the headphones?
It would charge the headphones.
Fantastic.
If you connect your mouse to the USB-C, for instance, the USB-A, if you connect your mouse up, or you have a wireless mouse, you would connect your wireless receiver into that slot. Connect your gigabit Ethernet. Wired internet. We always say wired internet is probably better than wireless. On there, you've got two handy slots on the side, which we were talking about earlier, which would be great for cameras or creators or for filming purposes. And they would just sit there, and you can easily insert SD cards and other compatible devices in there.
That's handy.
And
so
the other part of this is dual HDMIs.
Okay, great.
So you can output to two different screens at the same time, plus use your laptop screen.
That's very good for the people in creative industry, certainly the editors.
Free screens in your pocket.
That is really, really cool.
It supports up to 4K resolution on this device as well.
Okay.
So just to add on top of what Alan mentioned, other things that are very, very useful. You can use the additional ports to add storage, and if you were to plug in your smartphones onto it, they will be able to access the photos or the files on your smartphones as well.
That's great. I love that. Okay, so that is super handy. We like this. When is this coming out? Is it ready soon? When are we launching this?
Most peripherals that we have are all coming sort of June, July time. So just in time for calendar Q3 or financial year Q2, whichever way that you look at it. But we're looking to get these all out and about June, July sort of time.
Amazing.
Which is great.
Let's talk about this. I absolutely love the look of it.
The big guy.
Super quality.
So this is the first of 2 docking stations that D-Link is going to be releasing soon. This is the DUF-E01, and it's basically 14 in 1. So Sophie's showing you the back of the unit there, where you can see the connectivity that's available on there, and then we have even more available on the front.
Do you want to talk about? Should we talk about what's available, and who this would be good for as well?
Myself using this at home, I've basically done away with my laptop charger, because this delivers 60 watts to my laptop, which is more than enough to power my work laptop. So I don't have my AC charger plugged anymore. So I have literally everything plugged in through this. So you see here, we are charging some headphones, another set of headphones. We're charging a phone via the USB-A on the back.
You could obviously power it up.
We're connected. We're connected to the laptop, obviously, because that's the most important connection to have. And then again on here, we have DisplayPort, which is DisplayPort 1.4, and then we have a HDMI, which is HDMI 2.1, which is a slightly higher standard than we were talking about on the USB-C hub. Which allows you to have 8K resolutions at 60 frames per second, which is...
So it's kind of like our lovely cameraman has said to us earlier, that it's like all the ports that you may have lost in the past in one place.
It's a great way
to bring it all back onto your desk, but like in one place, one little hub. Phil, what do you think? Why do you love it?
I think, especially if you're moving about and moving between, home and the office, what it does give you is that extra, power adapter. So you don't have to go and buy a separate power adapter, because the device itself already powers and charges your laptop.
That's my favourite part. I really enjoy that.
And then aside from that, once you have everything connected, what we talked about before, if you have things like storage, or if you have things like keyboards and mouse connected to the docking station, when you're moving about, you only have to remove one cable instead of removing multiple cables when you're having to move from the office to the home. And just through a single USB-C cable connected to the docking station, you are able to power and charge your laptop, but at the same time connect to all the peripherals that you might be using with your computer.
And this, and also, for people who have multiple screens just being displayed, for example, people who work in the creative industries, who are editors and need to see multiple screens and multiple pictures.
DisplayPort 1.4 and the HDMI, so you can.
That's fantastic for them.
The device itself, aside from being able to power 60 watts through the USB-C port for the laptop, there's an additional 70 watts of reserve power to basically power and charge the other 5 USB-A ports, as well as I think 3 more USB-C ports as well. It does also come with a gigabit Ethernet port for wire connectivity, as well as
that's very handy.
As well as an audio port for microphone and speaker and headphones.
That's great.
And SD card.
That's something that
really
is sorely missed by a lot of people, is to just have a plug in the old headphones port. So they pretty much thought of every sort of connectivity of the past and build it all into one unit.
This is like one of my most favourite D-Link products, I'll be honest. Now, in terms of launch, we're looking at July.
June, before you move on, Soph,
sorry.
It's also magnetic. So if you prefer, you can lay the device down on its side, or it comes bundled with this quite weighty stand. So you can flip it back on.
I love it.
And if portrait or landscape, whichever one you prefer, set your unit up in that way.
Great, that is really cool. I love it. So it's coming out this summer.
Yes.
Price-wise, we don't have an exact price yet, but that's going to be coming soon too.
Watch this space. Watch this space on the unit. It will be as competitive as obviously we can do. We can do. But and the other two products in this range should be available slightly afterwards, so maybe a month or two. But you know, the peripherals market is definitely a place where we're looking to grow and bring some very good, very reliable new products too.
Yeah, on the note of charging, I mean, because I mean,
charging.
When it
nice
comes
transition, Phil.
Yeah, on the note of charging, since we're talking about docking stations that have charging capabilities, we are also introducing quite a wide range of GaN chargers, gallium nitride chargers, and also power banks as well.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
If you're not familiar with GaN chargers compared to before, when it comes to in terms of these USB-A or USB-C chargers, the technology allows them to be made a lot more smaller compared to previous generation. So you can you can have a fairly powerful 60-watt, 100-watt GaN charger that has multiple ports to charge your phones or laptops
in your bag.
Yeah, I super need one of these.
This is in comparison to the standard, let's say smartphone charger that you get from they will only be 5 watts. So in terms of what how many devices you can charge, how fast they charge also makes a huge difference. And
I mean, I just these are very handy to have.
And also, I mean, because of the plug designs, if you do go on holidays and so on,
handy,
you can very easily just change the plug so that
I just feel like if you're on the move a lot with work and you're continuously using your Wi-Fi or your 5G or whatever, and so you are rinsing your phone battery constantly, and you just need to be able to plug it in and like charge up super quickly on a train or something, like that's very handy.
Yeah, that along with, especially with the power banks.
So good.
Yeah.
I like such a good idea. Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm super excited. Anything else to add, boys?
Well, no, yeah, just as Phil touched on there, just absolutely perfect to take on holiday.
Yeah.
We've included 4 different chargers there, so covering the majority of the power supplies around the world.
Love this.
All in the one package. 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A on there as well, just in case. You've got both devices there at the same time. So
absolutely brilliant. So here we have it. This is going to be very handy, and it was just a very exciting time for D-Link.
There's going to be 4 in the range. This is the DCP-651 with 3 ports on, and we're going to have more powerful units.
This is 60 watt. We will have 100 watt.
We'll have 140.
And that's coming out this summer as well?
They're all coming out this summer, and we're very excited. This is the entry level, and then the other levels will be slightly bigger. One of them more resembles this sort of design with about 5 on the side. So look out for all of that stuff.
What I would also just say, just from holding it and feeling it, is it feels quite weighty. It doesn't feel like a tinny piece of like tech. It feels like when you plug it in and when you plug your very nice device, like a nice laptop, into it, that it's not going to be, I don't know, I always get the feeling like sometimes if I plug something a bit rubbishy and light into my laptop, something's going to go wrong. This feels like it's like going to do the job. Do you know what I mean?
If you cast your mind back to the old days of the laptop adapters, even for a 60-watt adapter, you're talking about a brick. So coming back to the gallium nitride technology, they're able to make them a lot more compact,
and it's
so that it's a lot more portable compared to before.
I love it, but it feels really good quality. Like it feels just like good. Yeah. Okay, so that's that for now. Have we got anything else? I think that's it.
No,
thank you again so much for watching, and
see you next video.
See you next video. Bye.
Like and subscribe.